it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and we're thrilled you're spending some time with us this week. This is Flames Central alongside Annie Corey. I'm Matt Warner.
We'll spend some time with some Liberty fan favorites in just a few moments, but first, we recap this Flames football finale.
Yeah, Liberty taking on Kennesaw State. It was senior day for the Flames. 27 seniors hoping to finish off their career with a win. And yet, it wasn't a senior, but a redshirt sophomore that would steal the show. Evan Dickens had one of the great days in Liberty football history. He would carry the ball 43 times, second most carries in program history in a single game. He would run for 267 yards, third most in a single game in program history. He had 4 rushing TDs, including a 95-yarder at the start of the fourth quarter. That run broke Chip Smith's previous record for longest TD run of 86 yards. Oh, by the way, that record had stood since 1976. After that massive offensive performance, Liberty would have a chance to win this game at the end of regulation. The game all tied at 35. Flames with a field goal to win it, but they pushed it right, and Liberty would head to overtime for a third straight week. In OT, the very first play, guess who? Just give the rock to Dickens. He goes for 25 yards for the score, which meant Liberty needed just one stop to secure the win. But on the very first play for Kennesaw State, yeah, you guessed it, they too would find pay dirt as Amari Odom slings it to Gabriel Binyard, and we would head to a second overtime. In that extra session, Owls get the ball first. Their very first play, not again. Odom rolling out, this time finding Christian Moss. 3 overtime possessions, 3 plays, 3 scores. Unbelievable. But unfortunately, the Flames would not be able to keep pace on their possession in double OT. Liberty ends up falling short, losing 48-42 to close out the 2025 season.
And as the 2025 season ends, so does the college career of a player that has been so much fun to watch the past 4 years, Brylan Green. He did it all for the Flames, holding down the secondary, making game-changing plays in the biggest of moments, even suiting up for Liberty baseball for a season. So let's step into the fire for Brylan Green's final game day at Williams Stadium.
The journey went by fast, man. I look back and I see my 17, 18-year-old self walking to campus, and I'm looking back and I'm like, man, it's crazy how much I've grown as a person, and just Liberty football has meant a lot to me these past 4 years. With the coaching staff from Coach Freeze and also from Coach Chadwell, what they have done for my life, it can't be repaid.
Ball is in the air, left sideline, and it's going to be picked off, going out of bounds. Who is it? It's Brylan Green.
I'm Brylan Green, and this is my last chapter.
Pavia, loading up, letting it fly. Brylan Green picked it off. Green nearly got one earlier. He got one that time.
Here comes the play of the game. Snap back to Battiato. 4th down throw, middle, tipped in, intercepted at the 34-yard line. Brylan Green.
The monumental things that I've seen my past 4 years have been crazy. I know those moments mean a lot to the university, and just me being able to actually produce in those situations that we've been in, like the BYU game, we have the Arkansas game, Fiesta Bowl, like those moments like that. And I think that I cherish them a lot. And I wouldn't even say just because of what happened on the field, but just the celebrations after. I think those things kind of what make the whole journey kind of special.
Been an amazing journey. We've had some great years here with the Flames. I'm not understanding how 4 years went by so fast. It was like he was in high school yesterday. So we've been on flights pretty much every weekend for the last 4 years, whether it's a home game and away game. We do our best to support, and we don't really miss much games at all.
Just to see him grow from a boy to a man, from high school to now, all the fussing we did throughout the years, it's just been an amazing journey that he brought us on with him. So it's bittersweet.
Number 15, Brylan Green. He is joined by his parents, LaShonda and Brian Green.
It mean a lot to me to see my parents walk on the field and just seeing their reaction of how they feel when they walk on the field, because they'll also feel a different vibe because this will be the first time that they've been on it. Seeing their reaction and just see all the smiles and the conversations that we'll have, I think that'll mean a lot to my family from years on now.
Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, one more time.
Let's go out and be great.
One more time.
Huddle.
Huddle.
Hey.
Have fun. Play your best. But really, most of all, have fun. Ball out. Last game.
You already know what to do. Yeah, have fun.
I play for my family. I think that's the biggest thing. I think if anybody else in my family had my shoes, they would say the same thing. And I think that the things that my family has done has to be represented in a right way, in a respectful way. Green on the back of my jersey, it means a lot to me. It carries a lot of weight in our family. So just to be able to represent that name, it means a lot to me. I think this last game, it'll kind of be like every other game for me. I think once you enjoy the 4 years that I've been here, I mean, you just got to go out there and play and have fun. I don't think that it's nothing that I regretted in my past 4 years. And this will be another experience that I have with the boys, just like the last game and 4 years ago.
And he gets swung down hard by Brylan Green.
Let's go, Brylan! Woo!
Joshua Hewitt will punt it, and a fake. End around near side. No, sir. Flames snuff that out on the near side.
Let's go! Let's go!
Erdinger checking down. He takes off, and he's in. Touchdown, Liberty! The keeper by Erdinger.
Woo! Let's go!
I have no regrets. I think I've done everything to the fullest.
Let's go, defense! Yeah, we got to hold them right here. No score.
Second down and 10, 2:34 left. Game tied at 35. End around the handoff. Copping. Oh, my goodness, what a pop by Darrell Farrar. Good gracious.
Yeah! Let's go!
We start overtime. Handoff to Dickens. Sweeping right. Following Von Blue to the 10, to the 5. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty.
Yeah!
I think my legacy when I leave here, I think that I wanted to be, man, was he always there for me? Did he love me? Did he care for me? And I think that I've done a good job of putting myself in those situations, even on the field and off the field. I think that the people that I've met, they can see the vibe that I've always cared about them, and just being able to know that they have somebody they could call even when I'm not here.
Well, after a tough season, the Liberty coaching staff didn't have to wait long to start rebuilding this roster. The early National Signing Day was on Wednesday, and the Flames were looking to reload. The trenches were a point of emphasis with this class. Of the 19 signees on Wednesday, 8 of them play on either the O-line or D-line. Beyond that, with the Flames' losses in the defensive backfield, that was the position they targeted as well, with 6 players that line up at either corner or safety. Of this group, 3 players come from JUCOs, and maybe most importantly, 15 of the 19 signees plan to enroll early and be on campus in January. That, among other reasons, is why head coach Jamie Chadwell is so pleased with what Liberty is bringing in this year.
I like the class. I think that they obviously meet needs. I think they're great fits for Liberty and what we're about. And a lot of these guys have been committed to us for a long time, and so we feel fortunate that they bought into us. They didn't respond or react to how the season went. They believe in what we're doing, and I think that says a lot about them. And so I think we got a lot of building blocks in this class to continue to build our program.
We shift our sights to women's basketball now, and since that Duke setback in mid-November, the Lady Flames have been rolling. They kept it going at the Navy Classic this past weekend, taking on Duquesne in Manhattan in Annapolis, Maryland. We start with Duquesne, where Emmy Stout was ruthless from the moment they tipped off. She single-handedly outscored Duquesne 9-8 in the first 12 minutes of the game, surging Liberty to an early 29-8 lead. Stout finished with 14 points, posting double figures for the 7th straight game. Duquesne, though, raced back late in this one, coming within 4 points in the final quarter, but Avery Mills made sure that was as close as they got. Mills put up 12 points, draining 3 from downtown to put Duquesne to bed. Liberty wins 67-60. Then it was time for Manhattan. The Jaspers held the early lead, but Avery Mills picked up right where she left off. Scores 11 points in the first quarter to snatch that lead back, and Liberty didn't trail again. Mills finished with 24 points in this one, a new career high, and the threes were falling as well. 5 triples for her. She would be named the Navy Classic MVP. Emmy Stout, she was sturdy as usual, 16 points and 10 boards in her second double-double this season, 4 blocks as well. And then Claudia Athene, she hit double figures too with 10 points of her own. The Lady Flames improved to 5-2 and will look to keep this burst alive as they take on George Mason on December 7th in Fairfax, Virginia.
Well, we stay on the hardwood for this next piece. Senior guard Colin Porter has played 109 games in his Liberty career. He's played in so many big games, contributed to so many wins. But when we asked him to name his favorite moment as a Flame, he took us all the way back to his freshman campaign.
This is Colin Porter, and this is my moment. Freshman year, A-Sun semifinal game at Liberty Arena.
This should be an absolute great one tonight.
Playing against a Kentucky foe in Eastern Kentucky. The game started out, and the first shot of the night that went down was my guy, Tayshawn Comer, went to help on Blake Preston. He hit me for a wide open three, and it went in.
The freshman just stepped up in a semifinal game and just lights out first shot.
And then I get loose for a wide open layup.
Wide open layup for CP.
And it's starting to feel good.
He is having himself one heck of a night already. 7 straight points for the freshman out of Ashland, Kentucky.
The other team, very competitive. They like to talk a little trash sometimes. I think Matt Warner even called it on the call, saying that Colin was saying something.
Colin Porter with a few words for Tayshawn Comer as he makes his way to the bench.
I kept it PG, guys, just so everyone knows. Darius McGee had struggled a little bit from the field early on, and obviously he was like, our best player. And towards the end of the game, what I really remember was him starting to come alive and hit some off-dribble threes. Along the way, he found me for a couple 3 balls.
Corner 3 coming. Yes, sir! Colin Porter! Onions, baby!
And whenever they went in, I remember just looking at the crowd one time, and I was like, I'm doing this with Darius McGee, like Liberty legend. This is amazing.
They dared him. They said, the freshman can't beat us, and he poured in 25.
Just as a freshman, scoring 25 points, it meant a ton. It showed me that the moment was never too big for just the group as a whole. I didn't score the 25 on my own. So many assists during the night, screens. People just found me at the right time, and it was just amazing because I got to live it out and have so much joy during the 40 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Colin Porter's had some big moments. Yeah. That game, that tournament game against Eastern Kentucky, one of the greatest environments I've ever been a part of at Liberty Arena. That was an awesome, awesome night. All right, hey, Rhett McGibbon's here. You know what that means. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty Athletics. Rhett,
yeah,
what do we got this week? Football season's come to an end. Your last chance to kind of get them involved. What do we got?
I will say we have a fair bit of football in this week's show, all right?
Okay, wow.
In this week's WEF, I should say.
Yes.
For Warm, this is more of a legacy award kind of one, and we're going through with the LU secondary vets, guys like Brylan Green, Corey Jones, and Marion Williams, guys that have been in the program 4 years.
Yeah.
Crazy to think, that's a dying breed.
No kidding.
Like players that did that. Actually, we were talking to Corey Jones on the pregame show and just saying, hey, you are the last of a breed that stays with the program for 4 years through thick and thin. And you can tell he even got a little emotional before the game, just how much Liberty Mountain meant to him. But he goes through this list. Brylan Green, you think about that freshman year and what he's had throughout, just all those picks that year. So much fun to watch him. And then just the lockdown ability of Corey Jones and Amarian Williams. These guys have been real forces, and Liberty's going to be lacking a lot next year.
Totally have to rebuild the back end of that defense. All right, from warm, we go to hot.
All right, we go to a newcomer, Ife Nuwabi.
Yes,
this young lady.
I am a big Ife fan.
Okay, I kind of want to break this down a little bit. You know how we like to do projections here on WEF. It's one of the few places
and
that
you
we
like
get
to do Canadians.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like to talk about the Canadians.
Yeah.
So for Ife, the rebounding's already there. Coach Green, you can see why he brought her in, right? He just loves her. Now, Alexis Sherrard has the benefit of her. She's going just pulling down boards, over almost 60 boards in her last 5 games.
Crazy.
So she's controlling the glass. She has the ability to get to the rim. I think when things just slow down a bit in game action, she's going to go from being around an 8-point player to a 15. And I think it'll happen this year. I really do. I think when she gets into Conference USA play, and after this tough non-con schedule they've had, it's going to look really good for her.
I am on record, Rhett. I know you're a big go out on a limb. I am on record as saying her offensive development this season is the biggest factor that will determine the ceiling of this team.
I I completely agree with you.
I feel good about it.
100%.
All right, good.
Yes.
All right. Finally, Rhett and Fuego this week. Who you got?
I don't usually like to do back-to-back in Fuego weeks, but I have to do
know.
it this week. End of the season, Evan Dickens.
Yeah,
just absolute stud. 267 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6.2 yards per carry. I'm actually standing up there watching the game, and Pat Kelly, who's with me, goes, watch him bust one out here for like 90-some yards touchdown. Sure enough, boom. It happened, and he was just flying. Didn't even look like he really got tired at the end of that. He's got a motor.
How is he not still like in the ice bath? 43 carries?
Right,
Are you kidding me?
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know if that's sustainable in years to come.
I don't think so.
But hey, why not ride it while it's hot there at the end of the year?
That's right. It was a great finish to the season for him personally. Those last like 5 weeks, there might not have been anybody better in the country running the football than Evan Dickens.
For
a
sure.
great season for him. All right, Rhett, appreciate it as always. Send it on back over to Annie.
Well, yes, it's unfortunate that Liberty football is done for the year, but look on the bright side. You have some more time in your schedule to watch your former Flame Demario Douglas tear it up with the New England Patriots the rest of the way. Douglas saw some action in New England's primetime unraveling of the Giants. He came down with 3 catches on the night, one of which was a toe-tapping beauty along the sideline. He's totaled just over 400 yards on the year, averaging 14.9 yards per reception this season. The Patriots are sitting atop the AFC East at 11-2, and a huge meeting with the Bills is on deck. Well, Matt, with the Liberty football season coming to an end, it means the Flames Fantasy League has also reached its conclusion. And with it, we have seen one of the greatest stories ever in sports.
Yeah, so true. My comeback, which captured the eyes and hearts of the nation, is complete. They said, Annie, it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
They said Joe Yock's lead was too big. They said I didn't have it in me. But they didn't know that Emily Austin would cut Evan Dickens and allow me to pick him up. Take a look at the final standings. Dickens with an incredible 52 points by himself against Kennesaw State allows me to cruise to the title. Joe Yock finishing a distant second. Emily, not even aware we're still playing at all. This marks my 3rd Flames Fantasy Championship. Not that I'm keeping track or anything, but I know for the people at home, they were wondering. It is the most anyone has ever had. So yes, a great season, absolutely. Well, hey, we are out of time. As always, Liberty Flames Central, your one-stop shop for any stories that you might have missed.
And the Flame Central podcast as well, every single Monday. Make sure you don't miss an episode.
Absolutely. She's Annie. I'm Matt. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right back here next week.